Welcome to the Aramco Powered by House studio. I'm with my lovely guest, Pauline, Roussin, Bouchard. This is so incredible to have you here. You're ATS Singapore winner. You're also back-to-back ATS Team Florida winner. Like, how is this possible? Tell me about what's been going on this season.
I mean, it's been a great season. I've been, playing a bit more in the LET more than LPGA, and it's just been nice, to travel the world a bit more. And I just love the Aramco Team Series. I just love the team format because I think it just brings the best in people, and having a good dynamic really helps the group. And I try to put that into the group despite whatever is going on in my own game. So yeah, I guess it's just having good vibes around.
You talk about having a great team, but you also have a great team in your family. When you had your ETS win in Singapore, your boyfriend was on the back, your family was there. I do want to watch your winning putt, but can you tell me while we're watching it, just what your mindset was that week and how you conquered this course? I'm going to play it right now. What's going through your mind here?
It was, I'm just my mom. I was like, she's like, yes. I mean, that week was really about trying to see where I was at with my game after the long practice we had over winter, because we did a lot of changes. I changed my grip from a strong position to something a bit weaker, and it took me a while to get used to it. And so I was supposed to go on the LPGA the week after and start my season, and it was supposed to be like the final touch. And I mean, on that putt, I was honestly just thinking about the practice I did with Brad Faxon, my putting coach. The week before, we were like walking around the greens and just choosing very long putts, like light putts. And I would hit one that would be, 6 feet short, and he would just stand next to me and be like, you need to make this one to win this tournament, or you need to, or he would trash talk to me. He would be like, you have the yips, or put something in my head and I see how to make the putt. So that's what went through my mind on that putt. I was just thinking about this game and make it fun. And I mean, and then having my boyfriend on the bag, it was just so cool.
It seems like you had a lot of fun. And this week, your family's not here. Well, Carla's here, right? Yes. Your cousin's on the bag. Now, Is she trash talking to you to get you to play better? And what is your strategy this week? Tell me about the course so far.
I mean, yes, it's her first time on the bag, first time inside the ropes. And I've had some interesting things going on today. Visited the woods, and she was like, it's too early for your hike. It's not today. And I mean, it's just so nice to have a little piece of my family here. And we're two energized bunny. And so, it's just good vibes all around. And I mean, on the course, she doesn't really know what's going on in terms of how good a shot is or not. And so sometimes I was like, you can say it's a good shot. She was like, wow. And then on the other shots is like, it's not a good shot. Don't say anything.
That one wasn't it.
Don't say it. So it's been really nice. She's doing really well, and she picked up how to caddy, and that's great. And I mean, to talk about the course, I would say the greens are beautiful. It's they're rolling really, really well, actually very, very fast, which is kind of tricky. However, I'm struggling with the grass and yardages. The ball is teed up very, very high. We have preferred lies, and I feel like it's when you put the ball down, you're almost higher than if you were on the tee box on the par 3. So I've experienced some interesting shots. I'm not saying I'm not to blame. However, I'm sure that playing this type of ground is definitely playing its role.
Yeah. Well, I've watched you hit a lot of balls. You kind of you hit down on the ball. I do want to actually. Would you mind hitting some for us? Would you mind hitting driver?
Yeah.
But at this specific tournament, ATS Singapore, there's an energy meter.
Yes.
And you are a great ball striker. You're very accurate. Do you feel like you played aggressive? You're going to play as aggressive here as you did during Singapore?
No, it's an entirely different course. And Singapore was great because the greens were soft enough. We could just fire at the pins and the ball would just stop, not even the backspin or anything. So it was brainless. like see a distance, play the distance. And for this week, it's more about, okay, how is my lie? Is it gonna turn this way or this way? Or, oh yeah, but I have a 5-iron into the green and on the par 4, so I'm gonna need to anticipate 15 meters release on the green. And then, I mean, obviously it's getting slightly windy, and then you have to think about the lies that I have not figured out yet. And yeah, no, I feel like it's very, very different. Singapore was way shorter as well. Wedges in most of the greens.
We're going to see your energy meter here.
Yep.
Pull out a driver for us.
Yep. All right.
So we're indoors. I know you're probably not going to swing full out, but this is not based on how far you're hitting it. And I know you're doing some different type of training now, right? Can you talk while you're hitting? I mean, not during the hit, obviously, but just like chat with us about what you're doing training wise. What you said you're longer a little bit last year because you've changed some things.
Yeah, I mean, I think confidence plays its role. During Singapore, it was like I was fully confident, and speed-wise, it was probably at the highest that I've had. And then the year happened, and I had some issues with my driver, so obviously you start slowing down. But I'm trying to get some speed back, but not by doing it in the gym. I like weightlifting, I like endurance, martial arts. That's what gets me really into, like a good workout routine, but not the goal of trying to hit it further, because the speed is down, but the carry is still pretty far, because I'm guessing the smash factor is pretty good. All
right, let's watch you hit one.
All right.
That's a beautiful little draw. And you're someone that works it both ways, right?
Yes.
Oh, let's turn around and look at this. So again, 79, but we're indoors. That was your first swing. We're okay with that. But this is your benchmark. Do you feel like you're playing to that right now? And is that important to you?
I mean, 290 yards, so it's 270, 260 meters-ish. So yeah, it's close to that, because carries should be around 230 meters. And I'm trying to gain some more roll. So I've changed some settings on my driver, but it's pretty accurate.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Let's do another one.
All right.
While I ask you about this martial arts training, tell me about it.
I mean, I got...
What specific type of martial arts are you doing?
I do mostly, so it's kickboxing, but I got into MMA a bit more over the last couple of years. I grew up doing judo. So I did judo for 10 years, and then got into boxing when I was 13.
Crazy.
And I just kept doing it. I stopped a little bit last year, and earlier this year I was like, I just want to go back to doing all the other sports I was doing. So there's, boxing, skiing,
right?
Horse riding, running, probably forgetting one or two, but
this is a lot of, but it's a lot of endurance lower body. So do you feel like that helps you? I mean, you're not I wouldn't say the tallest, but you're almost hitting it as far as the tallest women out here.
Yes.
So how do you use the ground? Like, I'm sure you get power using your legs and your feet.
I mean, I think like the martial arts and growing up doing martial arts definitely helped. But same with skiing, it helps for like being very grounded. And then in the gym, I love doing lower body exercises because it also protects my back from injuries. Because let's not forget, like, workout is also about trying to prevent injuries. And yeah, it's a lot of lower body and try to be heavy, but at the same time try to keep the fire, in the legs and be like dynamic enough to be able to hit it far.
All right, so can you hit another ball for us?
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right. Oh, at least the carry doesn't change.
No, this was great. So, I mean, energy meter is, again, not based on just your distance, but ball speed, spin rate, launch angle. I know you've played a lot this week. When you were looking at strategy before, you said you talked to your grandma. Did you talk to her this week? What did she say about how to manage your game out here?
I mean, she would be like, I think she'd be like, it's anything you do is good, and just like, I don't really know. I haven't talked to her in a while actually, but she would definitely be like, you make me proud, doesn't matter what happens. And just, yeah, like she's like, you're doing good, don't do horse riding, and just play good golf.
I mean, it's really sweet because so many of the women, like, you know, grow up playing with an uncle or a dad
Yes,
or a
yeah.
brother, but your influence is your grandmother. And how special is that a woman influenced you to become a professional golfer?
It's so special. I mean, they are my best memories when I was younger, you know, playing with her. And but I also had my big brother, who's a really good golfer, who had a huge influence on me. And then same for my parents. They're good golfers, and they've always been very, you know, careful about not trying to push too much, or they were there when I needed the push, if that makes sense. So there was a good balance with everyone in the family. So it's been a team effort. Yeah, so it's just nice remembering.
Well, good luck this week with
Thank
your
you.
team individually.
Thank you.
I can't wait to watch you play and have fun.
Thanks.